High-speed boat maneuvers and blank weapon fire in vicinity of TG1.
The last US route for a while.
Last touching US soil.
We've had to turn the boat around and we have to head. It's going to take more than 2 hours to get back to the dock. It is the next morning. It's like 8 o'clock, I think, maybe. So we got back last night. It was just under 3 hours to get back. We came back, met them at the police dock. They looked at our passport and took a picture of our passports, and then that was it. So apparently we've been told that the app is not for checking out for non-US residents.
Which is not true.
Debatable, because every single person we know that is a non-US resident has used it to check out. Just one of those things, but today's take 2 and we've had our coffee and breakfast and give it another go. We've officially checked out now, so now just the next window is to check in Ensenada.
He's a big boy.
He is big boy, isn't he? So we set off for the second time lucky out of San Diego to head into Mexico. It will take approximately 13 hours if we average 5 knots, as the winds are forecast to pick up through the passage. Not long into the sail, we were heading downwind and so set our Genoa and main wing on wing. As we passed Tijuana, we were officially now crossed into Mexican waters and we continued to head south. So the wind's picked up a bit now, so that's good. We're doing average about 6.5 knots, which is pretty good. We're still going to get there after sunset, but that's okay. At least it will shorten the journey a little bit. The winds kept up for the remainder of the night, allowing us to make good time into Ensenada. On approach to the port, we took down our sails to motor through the marked entryway.
Seal the channel mark or the buoys, the green red. See them green red.
Entering the port of Ensenada. The sound of the brass bands playing on our arrival was a coincidental but nice touch, as a friend met us at the dock to help us with our lines. Oh, hi! So we arrived last night and now we've got all our stuff printed, or our paperwork and that, so now we're just going to go up to the check-in office here and officially check into Mexico. Yeah. So we'll do that, and I think we've also got a bus that then takes us to the passport office, and we do that part as well, so we'll let you guys know how we get on.
Right.
We're out of here. We're all officially checked into Mexico now.
It's the process, we're all through. We're good to go. Just got to wait for our paperwork that Marina will bring to us about 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. And then we're booked in till Sunday, I think it is. and yeah, and then from there we'll head south down to Sailboat, here to Tugas.
Yeah. Yeah, we got the representatives at the Cruise Port Marina. They help you with it all. So literally, we went there, they did what they need to do, then they took us to the next office, and they just do it all for you. So
there's a number of different offices there, so that they all deal with a certain part of it, which we wouldn't know how to coordinate ourselves. So luckily, the representative from the marina, he walks us all through that, and
it does it all for you. And so if you can get that help, then highly recommend it as well.
Streamlines it for sure.
Yeah. Now to explore Ensenada for a day or so. We're going to raise the flag, Mexican courtesy flag.
Right.
Now that we were all checked into Mexico and had our permits, we pushed off dock with low to no wind forecast, so we motored an easy 24 nautical miles to our first stop, just for the night at Puerto Santo Tomas. Hi. We caught more bonito, which is similar to tuna, just before anchoring for the night. The next morning we turned the motor back on and headed to our next stop at Colonet. Our aim was to head south and find the sunshine as soon as we could. The fog was thick most of the way, so whoever's turn was at the helm, their attention was needed. But we were pleased to have some visitors show us the way. That's the point there. I'm just gonna tuck behind for the night and anchor. Yeah. So we're just coming in, gonna anchor in here. One fishing boat there, and then we've just seen, I don't think you can even see it on the camera, there's a sailboat here, but they've not got their it's just here. Not got their anchor light on yet, so luckily we've just seen them. Anchor's ready.
Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go. this is where we stayed last night. And we are heading back out into the fog over there. Continuing to chase the sunshine, we headed towards Isla San Martin, just 30 nautical miles south from Colonet. Trying to keep up with the boat. With the engine finally off, we were sailing again. We just caught these guys for scale. It's my hand. Look at these two big boys. So both rods were out on either side of the boat, and Bill had gone in to quickly do something, and I've got this snagged on weed because they're both, this one nearly flew off the side. So I grabbed them both and was holding the middle with my arm stretched out, and then Bill came and pulled one in that really put up a fight, and I pulled the other one in, same thing. So we must have gone for a shoal of them. But yeah, I thought it was on weed. They're really strong. There was a big thud, maybe something hitting the propeller or something.
Yeah,
but we can't see anything on the surface, so I don't know what we've hit. So now when it's in gear, there's a judder.
Yeah, we need to get a camera and have a look. We can
Okay.
go what got
Yeah.
right.
The crab pot on our... We're in the middle of nowhere. Decided to leave the island. I'm going to head towards Cedros. Keep an eye out around me, please.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't worry about shots.
Or anything. And how hard it was to get back to the boat. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying our videos, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And a special thank you to our YouTube members and Patreons, helping us to keep sailing along.